All right, Miss Simpson, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
And it's great to be past romanticism. I'm so tired of all that idealism, all that emotion. Finally, we can chill with the real world. We no longer strain to imagine a better place. Instead, we capture this world as it is in all its intricate detail.
Yeah, I think you're right, Uncle Waples, and I think we can also chill about the fact that we can finally see what we really are and our actual place in the universe.
And it's also a great place to be as an artist. We can capture the world as it is with all the technique and detail. We can paint in the open air. Realism is a boom time for artistry. Also, realism gives us a chance to travel, to see new places. Through local color literature, we can see a New England snowstorm. We can see a Louisiana thunderstorm.
Well, I mean, this sounds good, you know, that nice Weather Channel stuff, but I think really why we're so chill is because we're finally seeing the truth about humanity.
Right. We're neither too optimistic nor too pessimistic. We're painting with the true colors of nature.
And science, with scientific objectivity, we can finally recognize how we are tiny little specks in relation to the rest of the universe. Nothing even matters. No one's looking out for us, and we are free to do whatever we'd like.
Wait, what?
You know, you and me, small like bugs.
Realism. You're going to some crazy place. I don't know what you're talking about.
You clearly haven't done the homework. Look, let me show you. Right here, right here.
Ooh,
Crane.
Stephen Crane.
Yeah. He says, a man said to the universe, "Sir, I exist." And the universe is like, whatever.
That's really poetic.
Yeah.
That's great. So you're telling me that irony is what makes this chapter in literature? Look, I see the irony. You're treating me like I don't get it, but I understand that, you know, in trifles, the guys are supposed to be looking for clues, and it's the women who actually find what's meaningful in the situation. Guys should have been more understanding of what they had to offer, and they weren't, and as a result, they'll be clueless when they get to the trial. Think about Story of an Hour, where obviously Mrs. Ballard's bad heart can't take a shock, and she gets the surprise that's not the surprise she expected. I get it. That's realism.
Slow down. Think about it this way. People like Mrs. Mallard in The Story of an Hour, or maybe even Callista in The Storm, remember her?
Sure.
They're not these local characters like you'd see on Gilmore Girls or something. They're these blanks that represent how we really are. And we can't stand the circumstances of our own existence. If you ever think of it that way, that every single day is a day where something is beating down on you and it doesn't really care. That's what the world is. No one looking out for you and no one taking care of you.
I don't know what you're talking about, because I take care of you all the time in English.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Look, we write realistically because we care. You're talking about, you know, not caring, but we care about the world, and literature is a way that we can capture a moment, a place, a relationship. It's real life. And the literature that, you know, of this period that we're studying is capturing this dynamic time in American culture when everything is changing. Transportation is changing, it's a bigger world, and it's a faster world, and, you know, we can capture that through literature, understand what it's like for different people in different places.
And that's fine, but so what if you can capture all those different things? That recognition does not make us special. That recognition that our circumstances are, at least on the surface, different. That's not special. If you're thinking about a story like Ethan Frome,
Sure.
all right, people like Xena and Maddie and Ethan, especially Ethan, they're like us. We think, we feel like our individual struggles and our passions and desires and our youth are going to guide us towards something extraordinary. But the fact of the matter is that there are all these impersonal forces that are really driving us. There's our biology, our genetics, our circumstances, the cold of the winter. And recognizing that, I think there's something bittersweet about that we aren't really in control of any of it, that all these things are working on us.
This just doesn't sound like realism exactly. You're saying that we don't know who we are. I don't get that. At every moment, Ethan knows that he's poor. He knows that he's married. He knows that he likes Maddie. I don't see this, this larger story that you're telling me.
Listen, Ethan might realize all those things about himself, but there's still that glimmer of hope that has to be snuffed out by the end. There are some things that are worse than death, all right? Death we can romanticize, but what's real, that's the story that we're working with there. The recognition that his youthful ambition and his, I guess, grief about his poverty and his inability to connect with Maddie doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter. That just doesn't make sense to me. It's like you're saying that we don't know who we are.
I don't think you really realize who we are. I mean, look where we are.
What do you mean?
Look around.
Where we are?
Look at all that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There is a bigger picture. We made this space and we couldn't escape our reality. We are basic drives. What defines us is we live in a world of bodily forces, of nature that is out of our control. We live in a world based on shit.
Bingo! You did it! I'm so proud of you. And now that you understand that, you're free. And once our readers understand that, they'll be free too. The truth is liberating.
The truth is depressing. I thought that realism was a place where we could do art without the illusions of romanticism. And now you're telling me, why make art? What is the point? It's all shit anyway.
Well, what's the point of science in a world like this? Frankly, I'm really happy we're moving away from romanticism. I can appreciate the fact that we've made it to this point. And I like the fact that we can finally look at ourselves the way we really are, idealism free.
Wow, that's going to take a little digesting. I don't know if I can live in this place. I don't know if I can read or write in this place. Maybe there's another place for us still. Maybe we aren't stuck here for the rest of the year.
You know we are.
I hope that there's a chapter 4. We'll look for you there. See ya.
Bye.